Top five, top five, top five.
So on topic, go back with another video. I'm Strange Wang. He is Nate. Today we're doing top 5 most disappointing movies of 2021 because 2021 has ended. And he's going to tell you things.
I am.
Or as Drake says, tings.
Oh, yeah. If you scroll down to our description box, you'll find links to our social media accounts. So please go give us a follow on those. We'd really appreciate it. We also have links to our coffee account and our Patreon account. So if you would like to help the channel grow financially, those are there for you as well. Subscribing, that's free. Please do that also. If you don't know how we do our top 5s, he's going to start with his 5 and 4. I'll give my 5 and 4, 3, 2, 3, 2. Then we trade off number 1s. We also have something called the Zemeckis rule, which just means if we both have the same movie on our list, but one person has it 2 spots or higher, we'll save the conversation until then.
My number 5 is going to be The Harder They Fall. And I'm just going to be completely honest. I thought this movie took way too much from Django. And I didn't feel like the director had a voice of his own. I thought it was just like, oh, he really likes Django and ripped it off. Which is fine using homages, I think. But I think this film didn't really have a voice. And as much as people overhyped it before I saw the film, because obviously critics saw it first and everything, people said this is one of their top 10 favorite movies of the year. I've seen it on lists. People said it's their favorite movie of the year. And I'm like, nah, I don't see how that's a thing at all, personally. And personally, since I am being honest, I think people like this movie more just because they're scared to like Django. That's how I feel about it. But number 4, Halloween Kills. That second Halloween movie, very fucking good. I was pretty excited for a horror movie, which I guess because it's something I'm not usually excited for, my expectations was a little bit higher for this one than usual, and it was a letdown. That movie sucks.
Like a prostitute.
Oh, man.
So my number 5 is going to be Gunpowder Milkshake. You know, I didn't expect this to blow me away. So I guess to preface, a lot of these were just based on my personal expectation of the film. So we watched the trailer for this movie, and I definitely did not expect it, like I said, to blow me away by any means. I expected it to be better than it was. And it wasn't.
Why?
A few too many characters, like a story I've seen a lot of times before. Like, this movie could have been a lot more fun than it was. And it just wasn't. And it disappointed. Number 4 for me is The Lost Daughter. I do not understand the hype around this movie. Like, I don't get it. Have you watched this yet?
You said hype. I haven't even heard of this movie.
Oh, really? Oh, it's on Netflix. And a lot of people are talking, like, most people are talking best actor, like, best performance by an actress. A lot of people are talking best picture nomination. I don't fucking get it. Like,
I don't know, bro. 7 people this year have told me I hate women, so she can stay lost.
like, the whole, like, all right. The point of a good movie is to either A, entertain, B, teach me something, or C, make me feel something. This movie didn't do any of those things. It did not. It's not even art. Like, 20 years ago, like, this film would have been considered art. We have a lot of artistic film out there now, okay? Like, there's a lot. So, like, really nice cinematography, really slow-paced, like, slow burn type stories that are just character studies of a specific individual person. They're not rare anymore, okay? So this person is selfish. The movie teaches you that she's selfish. Like, okay, this is what you're trying to show me, that this is just a very selfish woman.
I might watch it now.
I get it. By the end of the film, you're like, okay, she's just still an incredibly selfish woman. And I don't care, like, if that was the point of the character, that's fine. But what does this movie teach me? I'm aware that assholes exist. Like, even if there wasn't even any character growth, like, I don't even know. I don't even know how you could have changed this movie to have made me like it. It did not teach me shit. It did not entertain me. It did not make me feel good. And it's hardly what I would consider art. I don't get it.
I guess I will follow in Nate's pattern, and I'll skip to my number 1 as well. You came in hot, dog. You should ain't your number 1.
I'm sure.
It's a number 4. You will not have that passion with your number 1, I do not think. But, damn. as he prefaced, these are all personal, like, disappointing films that we were hyped for. So my number 3 is Without Remorse. Michael B. Jordan, don't make shitty movies. My number 2, The French Dispatch. My least favorite Wes Anderson movie. And that's disappointing to me because I love Wes Anderson.
Makes sense.
And personally, I feel like his films, you need a whole movie to really like and understand these characters, because all of his characters are shitty people that, through the power of filmmaking and the tools of cinema, you learn to like and respect and see inside this person, for better or for worse, like you should do with humans. Like, you give his movie characters more of a chance than you do people in your real life, and I find that fascinating that he can bring that out.
That's good
through his films, and I did not get that in this film. You got that really, really good. I ain't gonna say really good. I'll say really good because he put a lot of effort into it. That first short film of The Prisoner. I was like, damn, that's it.
Disagree, but that's okay.
Maybe I need to watch it again. I don't know. I watched it again. I was really hyped up for it because it's Wes Anderson, and then I watched it. I was like, I don't think I ever gave a Wes Anderson movie a C before, but C minus.
Yeah, I think you need to watch it again now that you have better expectations.
I own it on Blu-ray, so I can watch it whenever I want to.
Yeah.
The power of physical media.
Right. Exactly. So my number 3, when I get this hair out of my eye, is The Guilty. Again, I saw so much fucking hype on the internet about this fucking movie. I'm just like, dude, yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal, he's a really good actor. First of all, because Jake Gyllenhaal is in a movie does not make it fucking good. Because I saw The Sisters Brothers, and then I didn't even watch Velvet Buzzsaw because I actually took your advice. That movie is so strange. If you didn't like it, I knew I wasn't going to like it. He can make a bad movie. Any actor can make a bad movie. Second of all, I'm just exhausted. And like, not even because I don't agree with it. Because I do, to an extent. We get it. It's hip to make movies about cops that shot black kids. Like, I get it. And that's not even like character development. That you don't even tell us anything about that or the circumstance around it. And it's just like the twist in this movie was so fucking predictable. Like, after his second phone conversation with this lady, I'm like, nah, she's the fucking crazy one. Like, I've seen how this goes. I know what's going on. And it's like, I did not give a shit about his character. Like, I was mildly invested in seeing how the story ended up concluding. But like, there was no, like, gasp, holy shit moment. It was just like, yeah, I was right. She's fucking crazy. His performance is flat. And I don't care. Like, I just don't care.
I don't care. I don't.
My number 2 is Space Jam, A New Legacy. I get it. Like, you know, when
This Corona season, dog, don't be doing that
when
no
this
more.
movie came out, like, well, I mean, I'm the only one that uses this microphone, so. When the movie came out, or we saw the trailers, I know, like, I told myself, look, they're going to make this movie it's for the kids. This movie is for the kids. That's not who this movie should have been for. Like, kids nowadays, they don't give a shit about Space Jam. You know who gives a shit about Space Jam? People who were like 5 and 6 years old when the first Space Jam came out. And like, I understand LeBron James, huge star, incredibly talented basketball player. Will never hear me argue that. But the idea of celebrity in 2021 is not what it was in the 1990s. Like, I understand we have these massive like Jordan versus LeBron like debates, but no one will ever be the type of celebrity that like Michael Jordan or Tiger Woods was in the 90s. Or how any, like, we don't even really have movies. We have movie stars now, but there's so many, it doesn't mean shit anymore, right? And like, how many basketball players have their own shoe line now? Like, it's not special anymore, so the draw isn't there. This movie was absolute garbage, even if you did make it for the kids. And I understand that, like, in hindsight, going back and rewatching the original Space Jam, we can pull nostalgia out of it and also see that the original one was not really a great movie on its own. But that doesn't mean you can't make the second one a good movie. And somehow you took a sequel and you made it worse than the original, which is beloved by many people from that generation, and you made it worse than that movie, which already wasn't good. It was stupid.
Yeah. We didn't rip Michael Jordan heads off action figures for TikToks back in the day. We respected that man. And for the kids, fuck them kids.
Wow.
And that's just brought to you by Something Topical. My number one is being the Ricardos.
Huh.
Aaron Sorkin made my favorite film of last year, which was The Trial of Chicago 7. So I was so invested in that movie that I felt like I was in the courtroom. And I thought process being, I want to be so invested in this movie, I'm going to be in the live studio audience. I'm going to be a production assistant. I'm going to be on set with these people because I'm going to be that invested. I did not get that. I felt like it was a one-man talent show, and he was just showing all these cool tricks he could do through film and the tools of film, and it hurt the story. And I think his selfishness fucked this movie up. And this should have been a phenomenal film, and it was just a fine film. But it's weird because, technically, you're a talented motherfucker, and I see that. Mm-hmm. But your story suffers for it, and that's what I see Aaron Sorkin movies for, is the story.
Yeah. He really should stick to writing, I think. That, or he needs to co-direct some movies. But...
yeah, somebody needs to tell him no. I mean, after that movie, Molly's Game, it was pretty good.
The script in Being the Ricardos is very good. I think it could have been better.
I thought it was a little much.
Anyways, my number one is Dear Evan Hansen.
You actually watched it?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I needed to know. I needed to know. Okay, first of all, I love musicals. Second of all, I love Broadway. I like
Dicks.
I like the original Broadway show of Dear Evan Hansen. Not because I think Evan Hansen is a good person. Like, in the film, reaching a broader audience definitely brought that criticism to light more, in the fact that this guy did some really weird and fucked up shit, and receives essentially zero consequences for it, other than the girl he likes kind of thinks he's a bit of a creep at the end. And they still kind of redeem that a little bit. But it's still a really interesting character study of the kind of stuff people will do when they desire human connection so desperately, because it's something that we all need. This movie sucked. It was real bad. It was a real bad movie. It was not well directed. You can't, I love Broadway to death. Sometimes it just doesn't translate. Movies are different. It is so different watching a multi-dimensional film where we're actually going to different locations that encompasses you and makes you feel like you're in the real world, versus a Broadway show where everything is on stage. You have a different expectation for the visuals, which helps you believe the story different on that medium than it does when you're watching something on film that we are supposed to believe is taking place in our actual world. And it doesn't fucking work. It just doesn't. I'm not saying there's no Broadway show that hasn't been made into a good movie, because there have been plenty of those, but this ain't it. And also, Ben Platt does look old as shit, and that makes it weird.
Yeah, that I went to see that movie and I walked out. I walked out at the part where 37-year-old Evan Hansen pulled up to pick her on a date with his white van with no windows.
People complain about licorice pizza and that dynamic, and that really
Bro, don't say anything. I ain't watched it. Because we got shitty movie theaters where I come from, dog. They said art house films. It shouldn't even be called an art house film. They should put, what are they? Artisan,
yeah. AMC Artisan films.
Artisan. It's the only one that should have been on this year.
Fast 9, AMC Artisan film.
Bro, if you actually got CGI in it, they're like, oh, what's over here? It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Tell me what you thought about our most disappointing films of 2021. Tell me yours in the comment section down below. Scroll back up, hit the like button, share the video, and subscribe.
It's not a game, it's a